Hi folks, Greg Leifel at the Sanfilippo Estate. Today I'm with the Harp Twins. You're not seeing double. There are two of them.
That was when we should have
Oh,
waved.
that's when we waved early. Sorry.
We waved during your introduction. We're sorry.
We are not Craig Leifel.
That's Camille on the left and Kennerly on the right. They may switch during it, you'll never know. They have, this is our artist spotlight, so we want to get to know these two gals a little bit more. They've been at the Sanfilippo Estate for more than 10 years now. We've been working with them. So we thought it'd be fun to just chat about what they do, how they do it, and go from there. They have played extensively throughout the world on duet harps. Sometimes they play on 3 different harps at the same time. They've done videos, they've got hundreds of thousands of YouTube followers, and I think about 95 million views so far on YouTube.
Actually up to over 120 million, I think.
120 million. Excellent. So just to get started, you first came to the Sanfilippo Estate more than 10 years ago. Can you tell us a little bit about the first time you were there and what you thought and what you were doing there?
Sure.
Wow, I can't believe it's been that long.
I know, it feels like it was just yesterday. Yeah, we were really early on in our performing careers. In fact, we were still in school at the time, and we first were introduced to the Sanfilippo Estate because we were playing at a charity event there.
Mm-hmm. And it was for Little Angels, which is a home for young adults and people with profound special needs
and disabilities. And our cousin was actually a resident at that facility before he passed away. And so it was a place that was really close to our hearts, and they were holding a fundraiser. And so we were volunteering our time to perform for that.
And we looked at the estate and we saw the website online, and we were just flabbergasted. We're like, wow, this place is incredible.
And that was nothing before we actually
saw it in person.
But yeah, so that was our very first introduction to the estate, was actually performing for a fundraiser that the estate was hosting there.
And immediately with the beauty of the estate and the unusualness of it, we thought, this might be nice for a music video or two.
Not really thinking that we'd ever be able to do that.
So we kind of just put some feelers out there to see if maybe we could film a music video, and got in touch with, obviously, you, Greg.
You were our first contact with the estate. Obviously, you are in contact with everyone who's going to be there or performing there, and we were just so in awe of how welcomed we were by you and by the Sanfilippo family, by Jasper and Marion. It was really kind of mind-boggling.
And when we actually got permission to film a music video, or actually 2, I guess we initially did, we were so beyond excited. We thought, oh my gosh, this is going to be amazing. We couldn't believe that the foundation of this size and kind of significance was allowing us to come in at, we were just in school, and we were, not big artists by any means.
But that's a huge part of what the estate is about anyway. I mean, we were playing there in the first place for a fundraiser that they were allowing to happen there, and they were giving their resources to raise money for a really special cause. And that's just, if you follow the estate, you know that they do that frequently. And so
not only support charities, but also support artists, and artists that are not only, not just the big artists, but artists that are of the genres that might not be so pop culture, like harp and organ.
I don't know, was that answering the question?
I don't know, we kind of rabbit trailed, sorry.
Somewhere there.
Yeah, I will tell you that that first time that you came in and played, my boss Jasper at the time said to me, go find out more about those 2 girls that are up on the stage playing the harps. That's beautiful.
Aw, that's so
when we did come in and inquire about doing a music video, the answer was already yes.
That's so sweet.
It was really amazing. I remember Jasper would always say to us whenever we were at the estate with our harps, he would say, wow, you really class up the joint, which is hilarious if you've ever been to the estate.
Because you know that in no way would our harps somehow add to the magnificence of the estate. So, and Jasper just was such an amazingly welcoming and down-to-earth and generous person.
Yeah, for anyone who ever had the opportunity to meet him, they know they would already know that he welcomed everyone to the estate like they were family. And then of course Jeffrey and Rusty are exactly the same way,
and the rest of the family as well.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So after that first fundraiser you did, you came in and asked about doing a video, and I believe it was the Stairway to Heaven video.
It
On our
was.
grand staircase. I think that had over, I think it's got 3.5 million views on it, which is fantastic for the estate because you guys were gracious to put our website on there and people checked us out from after watching your video. So we felt it was a wonderful working relationship with you to ride on your coattails.
Oh, right.
Oh,
Yes.
sure,
Yes,
yeah.
the Sanfilippo Estate has definitely made a name off of us. That's right.
We don't have as many YouTube views as you guys do, so.
You have a few other things going for you.
Yeah, just a couple.
Yeah, but one of my colleagues actually said to me that she checks out what you're doing to see what she should be doing in the world of online stuff.
Oh,
That's
wow,
really sweet.
that's very sweet.
I don't know if anyone should be doing that, but
we're honored. Thank
It
you.
is an honor.
So what made you pick, besides our staircase, Stairway to Heaven, to come in and start sort of your videos rolling with that one?
Yeah, we that was so early on in us even posting YouTube videos. I think we only had really a handful before that, and
we had already thought that Led Zeppelin would be a fun artist cover, and then the staircase it was perfect for Stairway to
I
Heaven.
don't think we've ever seen a staircase that was looked so much like a staircase going to heaven than the one right upon the entry.
And then of course
Sanfilippo
the
Estate.
follow-up one to Stairway to Heaven was Phantom of the Opera, because obviously with the Wurlitzer organ there, that seems like an excellent fit for the music room there. And I just went on from there. I'm trying to think of what we've done so many videos there. Let's see.
I think 8. We filmed 8 music videos.
We did Girls Just Want to Have Fun. We did Iron Man.
Girls, let's see, we've done
Downton Abbey.
Crazy Train. What else do we forget? We've done a Christmas one.
Oh,
We
yeah.
did God Rest You Merry
Two,
Gentlemen.
and Carol of the Harps.
Yes.
So,
I think we've hit so many of the wonderful areas of the estate, but there's so many more, I'm sure. But
yeah, in fact, I think we even did Iron Man because it was, Greg, you said, oh, wouldn't it be fun to film a video
with the steam engine.
in the steam
right?
engine room? And we thought, we were thinking about what song might be good to film there, and then all of a sudden we thought of Iron Man. We're like, that's perfect in the steam engine room.
So I think the estate itself lends so much inspiration, at least for us as artists and for so many people in general. I'm sure when you go into the estate, it's such a visually stimulating place, and so it's not difficult at all to be inspired by different areas of the estate when you're there.
Let alone all the musical inspiration with all the self-playing organs and instruments and everything.
Yeah, no lack of inspiration there.
right. Iron Man is one of my favorites because it does show off the steam engines. You guys were on rotated between 3 harps for that one.
Yeah,
That's
we
right.
did. We did a 2 girls, 3 harps video, which we'd never done before. That was quite the challenge because we didn't want to stop the music as we were switching around to various harps. But
and we used a little bit of distortion on there. I'm surprised though you didn't say that Girls Just Want to Have Fun was your favorite, because you had the cameo in that music video. You're like, don't go in there. You were the sleeping attendant at the.
You can mention that. People should check that out. I was also the Phantom on the organ when you showed a little excerpt from the organ.
You were. That's
yeah,
right.
That was fun at the end. I think we decided how could we play in front of the organ and do Phantom of the Opera without having the organ.
And you had that
self-play.
excellent top hat and your cape. And then it was really fun because for Girls Just Want to Have Fun, you got to do a little bit of acting for that one.
That's true.
So
Phantom was a little more mysterious.
Yeah, you were the mysterious Phantom figure, but for Girls Just Want to Have Fun, you had to do some acting for that one.
It was a face roll there, you know.
For our audience, I just want to let the audience know that working with these two is such a pleasure. They're so professional. They come in, they're funny, they have fun. And I'm always trying to think of what else can they do over at the Sanfilippo Estate.
Well,
endless
and-
possibilities.
and for the viewing audience who have not, for those of you who have not met Greg or had the chance to work with him, he is fantastic. So
It's so fun, and there's nobody who knows more about the estates than he does. It's incredible.
outside the family, maybe.
Maybe even then.
We had you in, after you did a couple of videos, we had you in for a Christmas concert. You were the opening act at one of our Christmas concerts. And then after our organist, Dave Wickerham, came out and played a ton of music on the big Wurlitzer, he invited you back out to play with the Wurlitzer.
Oh, so fun. We
Can you
were
talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, we were a little bit apprehensive about playing with this organ because it is huge and
when
powerful.
you have that many thousands of pipes, and then you're like,
how is that going to compete
harps with the strings?
But he's such a talented musician, and he was able to match his playing perfectly to the kind of dynamics and the feeling that the harps naturally have.
And so he built as he went, so that way the harps could be featured a little bit more for the beginning of the song, and then the organ could kind of take it away
If you could
at the end.
show a little more of its power as we went along with the arrangements, but we didn't even rehearse a ton for that. I don't know if I should be saying that, but we didn't have a lot of time before the concert. And so we thought, oh, we should put together this a song that we can do together after the concert. And
But Dave is so talented that he doesn't need any rehearsal. You know, he
it's
can
true.
just jump in.
It was so fun though. I don't think we ever would have thought in a million years that we'd be playing with our two harps with the largest theater pipe organ in the world.
But the estate is especially magical at Christmas time, I
Mhm.
think. So to be able to come in for the Christmas concert there and open for Dave was a blast. It
Yeah.
was so much fun.
It was a pleasure for our audience too. They're seeing the
thank
great
you.
harps on the stage, the gold harps in that gold room. Just put everybody in the right spirit for Christmas.
Aw.
Shortly after that, we asked you to come in to do a full concert.
Mhm.
You had been doing concerts around the country, and we thought it'd be fun and the interest was there to have you come in, and people had seen the estate in your videos, and it would give your fans and our audience a chance to see you in person, and the estate as well.
Yeah, that was so fun for us to be able to do an entire concert there. I think it sold out quite quickly, but we had people from so many states and so many countries. I mean, for our audience, for our fan base, I think it was kind of like this pilgrimage to the Sanfilippo Estate because we filmed so many music videos there. So it's like,
And we talk about the estate obviously because we've filmed so many videos there, and we've performed there a lot of times for private events and concerts and things.
So people finally had the opportunity to come to a public concert.
And you all were generous enough to open up the estate so people could kind of take a self-tour ahead of time and then ride the carousel after the concert.
It was
And
just
so
incredible.
it was amazing.
Plus, it was a fundraiser, and we were you all were taking donations for the Cuba Township Food Pantry,
Mhm.
and I think you said you had a couple of
Carloads
of food, which was such a wonderful part of it too, because and we love that aspect of the
Of the
Sanfilippo
estate.
family and of the estate, that it's not just there for people to enjoy, but they're also constantly giving back
to the community and to those people who need it, into organizations, and that's something that has always been something that's been close to our hearts as far as giving back whenever you can and wherever you can.
So to be able to play a concert there, but then have this bigger picture as part of it was really super special for us as well. And really just such a fun opportunity. It was so fun to play a full concert there.
Mhm.
It was such a unique environment. I think the coolest place definitely we've ever performed a concert.
For sure. Yeah. I don't think it gets any the peak won't get any higher than that.
Well, you did play for one of the presidents, so.
Whatever.
The estate still wins.
So, we brought you back for another concert, and we did, and that was just as successful as the other one. Sold out very quickly. Again, people from all over the world. attended, it's fun for us because we get to show off the collection all to people all over the world, and they go back and talk about it, and other people schedule vacations around being able to see the estate. So
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
really appreciate your part in that, drawing that kind of audience. We just gonna look at my notes here. We do have I don't know if we can announce this, but we wanted to bring you back next year since we had to take this year. We had you coming this year, but we had to take that off.
Hey, if you're ready to announce, then apparently this already happened. So yes, we will be back at the Sanfilippo Estate. In
2021.
We were supposed to do that this year, but obviously this year has kind of
been a little different than we all expected.
A 360 from what maybe everyone anticipated. But yes, 2021 will be back at the estate for full concert, and that's massively exciting for us.
Well, for us too.
Thank you.
Fun to see what you're going to do. For those of you that don't know, it's more than a harp show. It is comedy, sometimes some little skits. It's very entertaining. And the type of music that you guys have gotten into doesn't seem to fit your age range. Can you tell me why heavy metal? You know, is it something you sort of grew up listening to, or just it's the genre you like? Because you studied classical harp, so where does the heavy metal aspect come into it?
We did. We have degrees in harp performance, in classical harp performance. But even as we were in school and studying, we wanted to branch out and play music that harpists had not been playing for centuries.
So we went out and we kind of looked to see if there were any rock things or kind of more modern genres.
We really love classic rock and classic metal, and
so we looked around, and believe it or not, there were no 2 harp arrangements of
like Iron Maiden for us to play. So we just started teaching ourselves to arrange, and we hadn't been trained to do that as part of our classical studies. It was,
as classical musicians, you know, you read the music and you play what's on the page and how you're supposed to do it.
And there's a very, I think it's very specific hole, that's a little compartment that the classical harpists are supposed to fit into. And we love classical music, but it was never truly our passion.
We knew we wanted to do a little bit of something different and branch out and expose more people to what the harp can do and the variety of music that it can play, because people are so used to harps being weddings, tea rooms,
which it's beautiful.
Elevator.
There's a wonderful place for that, but the harp is such a more versatile instrument than most people view it.
So, and we grew up listening to a lot of classic rock and things like that because our mom listened to that. So we kind of developed a love for music of various genres.
And what we play is such a huge variety. Now we literally play everything from soundtrack and anime to
sacred and classical, and then
Celtic
and metal, and then we also do our own original music.
We started releasing a lot more original things, which we do kind of a Celtic, Nordic type
fantasy type of realm.
Genre.
And for a lot of those, we've got lyrics. So we're kind of getting into lyric writing and that sort of thing.
But yeah, our concerts, we really include a huge variety, and it is things that people would never anticipate with the harp. I think things like a lot of classic metal and classic rock.
And we have a lot of people come to our concerts and say that, you know, someone brought them and they really didn't think that they were going to like it, but they've never heard harp that way. So it exposed them to an instrument that they wouldn't normally listen to.
We also love things like classic comedy and things that are really family friendly and people of all ages can enjoy. The type of genres you don't see in comedy anymore. So people don't really expect it when they come to our concerts, I think, because they see our music videos, and we typically don't talk. And then we talk a ton during our concerts, and we do little bits and jokes.
Yeah, and we love just being ourselves and being goofy and funny, and, you know, little skits and things like that, and off the cuff humor as well. We feel like so much of comedy nowadays has gotten kind of a little bit sketchy in a way. It's easy to be crude, and then everyone finds that funny somehow, or that sort of thing. But we love classic comedy where it's clever in a way. It has more substance behind it, and then it's also something that whole families can enjoy together.
Well, your sense of humor is what makes it so much fun to work with you guys.
Thank
thank
you.
Uh, so what have you been doing during the pandemic since you can't tour
Oh,
as like you used to? You used to
yeah,
get in your van and just go across the country and out of
yeah,
the country. And
yeah. We had
what's happening now?
It's crazy. We had a really busy tour lineup all set up for this year.
the entire year, starting in spring through the end of the year. We had all these things planned, all these tours and events and festivals, and
then they, first the early ones started canceling or postponing, and then it just kind of moved from there, and
it's kind of a domino effect with our touring this year.
So we
kind of had to just switch gears mentally, and I think it would have been easy to just kind of shut down and think, oh well, we can't tour. What are we going to do? But
we'll watch Netflix or something.
But we decided that that was giving us an opportunity to maybe create in a different way this year. And
so one of the very first things we did was we decided we were going to work on another album.
And this was we wanted to work in an album that we had envisioned for a long time, but never had the actual time to put into. So we started working immediately on our upcoming album, Harp Reflections.
Which is Celtic, classical, sacred, and original music. And we wanted to do this album for a long time, but we've just been busy touring and that sort of thing.
Like, well, this is our opportunity.
So we actually ran a Kickstarter for that, and we got, it was over 900 backers through that. So over 900 pre-orders.
We were really just really honored by the support of that. The album's almost complete now. So we're working on the final couple tracks.
And so obviously the pre-orders for that will be going out first, but then the album will be available online for anyone to order and on streaming sites and everything.
We've also been working on, we are continuing to release a monthly music video on our YouTube channel. And those are always free. So that's been that's kind of been a constant this year. We've had to be a little more resourceful with our locations for the music videos, because
normally we're used to traveling all over the country, so we'll have just about any location imaginable where we could film at. But we've been having a lot of fun being really creative with video locations. And then one of the biggest things that we've been doing is actually an online concert series
through our Patreon page. And so we started that, I think, 4 months ago, and we do 2 concerts a month.
And we've been playing all different music. So I think we've already played
40 songs.
50 or something like that.
And of course we include our comedy and our humor in those as well.
And we start those off with a little skit every time. So
that's been a fun thing, because we've never run an online concert series before. So it's been a kind of a learning curve for us, because we're running our own sound and we're setting up the videos, and
in a lot of ways the concerts are a little bit more challenging than if we were on tour, because if we were on tour we would have a set list that we kind of play for a season on tour, and then we'll change it up.
But this is much of the same audience, so we have to change it up every single concert.
We'll have new music every time. So, but it's been fun. It's a good way for us to keep up our chops with playing and skills and memory.
It's been really fun to do.
And we've been doing a lot of gardening. We've kind of become farmers.
Because it's 2020, so why not grow our own food?
So we've been growing a lot of our own vegetables and herbs and things like that. So, we thought we wouldn't be as busy this year, but somehow we are almost busier, I guess,
in many ways. But it's turned out to be a really creative year, just in not the ways we had anticipated at the outset of the year.
So the question on, I'm sure, our audience's mind is, when do you guys sleep?
We just occasionally make a whirring noise and shut down for a few hours. I know.
We've been decently good about finding enough time to rest. Maybe not in the last few days, because we filmed 2 music videos in the last 2 days, and we also had a concert for our concert series. So it's been rather busy.
We've been finding some time for leisure as well. We've been bike riding a lot and things like that. So
your dedication to your art form is amazing. The fact that you reply to a lot of your own emails and comments online. I don't know where you find the time, on top of writing new material and filming. It's very impressive.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, thank you. We appreciate that.
Before we wrap up, I have a question I wanted to ask you. Can each of you name one thing that separates you from the other?
Oh, wow. That's a good question.
Man, are we supposed to name something about each other or about ourselves?
A current thing?
It can be about yourself. It can be about yourself.
Okay, well, I don't, this is not a current thing, so I don't know if it counts, but Camille used to not like banana flavored things. So that, like banana bread or something.
Yeah,
But now she does.
Kennerly also did not used to like oranges, and now she does. So that's similar. Let's see.
I feel like that those
did
were
not
not
answer your
those were not
question.
good things.
Is there something each of you does that the other doesn't participate in?
I don't think so.
Kennerly has like this vendetta against flies, like little flies, and so she tends to hunt flies a lot more than I do. If one gets in the house, she will not rest until the fly is dead,
or released back out into the wild, preferably.
I don't really have that need to hunt the flies down. So that's kind of a difference. I don't know if that's.
I can't.
All right, audience, I tried. Camille and Kennerly, it's always nice to talk with you and visit. I thank you for taking the time to do this. For our audience at Sanfilippo, it's because there's so much to see when you come visit. It's sometimes there's not enough time to get to know the artist. Although you guys are so gracious at every concert you do a meet and greet at the end, and you'll stay till the last person gets through. So that's always appreciated. Many artists don't do that. It adds to the experience. We love having you out at the Sanfilippo Estate. I look forward. We have a tentative date next year of August 7th, 2021, for a concert with the Harp Twins. So again, thank you so much for joining me today.
Oh, should we give them the sneak preview of what we might have coming at the estate?
Oh, sure.
Okay, so that'll be special for this interview. So it looks like we will be filming another music video at the estate for an original song that'll hopefully be out later this year.
So stay tuned for that. We're really, really excited about this one because I think it's our first original song filmed at the Sanfilippo Estate. That will be filmed there. So that'll be exciting. So stay tuned for that collaboration.
One of these days, I want to get you guys to play along with one of our musical instruments.
We've been talking about that for a long time.
That'll have to be the next one after this one.
We'll do that over the winter, maybe. That would be super fun. We have been talking about that for a long time, haven't we? It's time to make it happen.
Time to do it.
Let's pick a role with a very famous old-time artist on it.
Okay, we'll have to do that, but we can't do that over Zoom because it'll have to be a surprise.
It'll be top secret.
Okay. All right. Again, thanks so much. Hello to your mother, Diane.
I'm sure she'd say hi back. And thanks so much for having us, Greg. We look forward to seeing you soon for music video shoots.
And it's always fantastic to chat with you.
So thanks for your time.
You're welcome. On behalf of Sanfilippo family, this is Greg Leifel and with the Harp Twins. Thank you much.
Bye.
Bye.